What's going on YouTube? It's your boy Ferris. We just didn't do a live stream here talking about Bitcoin and its recent breakdown below 9K and almost testing. It's about to test 8K to go below into that range to be back into the 7K range. But yeah, if you guys watched the video here, sorry, I'm just adjusting my screen so you can see when people start coming in here. If you watched the video the other day, my live stream, when I discussed Bitcoin had the potential to drop and drop pretty extensively, which it did, I really wanted to warn people about that so they can take advantage of the opportunity, or take their profits, or go on with their day and understand how to view the marketplace. And I feel like I was one of the only YouTubers, probably the only one, who was warning this, because everyone was saying it's going to 15, 20K, it's going to break. And anytime I talked negative about Bitcoin when it comes to its price action, okay, understand there's a difference between saying the price is going to go down and trading it short than saying I don't like the technology, I hate it, and being an absolute pessimist towards it. So for anyone who's coming into the live stream, as you guys may have not seen, my live stream a few days ago, it's not saved on YouTube, it got deleted. Some of them save, some of them don't. But I talked about Bitcoin's price potentially dropping and falling down lower, which it inevitably did. Now, I'm not here to say, oh, I predicted it. I'm saying how I saw that coming with the price action. And for anyone who's interested in learning that, definitely, that's the proof's in the pudding. I'm not here to tell you Bitcoin's going to 20, 50K, 100K. I don't know that. But the price action now is just telling me it's going down. And you trade off that. Short-term, long-term, Bitcoin's really good for short-term trading when it comes to profiting. And I showed you guys JAFX so you can learn how to short on there. And you could have made a ton of money. I, unfortunately, was not able to trade it. I just graduated from university May 10th. So, today is the 12th. I was working yesterday. I already missed the move. But I graduated on Thursday, May 10th, and that was when the move happened. I was watching it. I was going to take the trade, but, I don't want to trade when I'm not there to watch the move happen. I like seeing the move happen, and when it comes to cryptocurrency, the volatility is really scary, and I use my account for stocks and cryptocurrency on JAFX, so I prefer to just take a long-term position in some stocks. But anyway, I want to kind of explain what I saw for you guys who are interested. Thanks, family first. For you guys who are interested to actually make money trading, I really want to try to push the points. People, don't be so optimistic or pessimistic against a certain field of technology like Bitcoin and cryptocurrency, and don't fall for the hype. Trade the hype. You take the worldview and trade it. As you guys may or may not know, when it was November, December, Bitcoin cryptocurrency was on fire. Okay. We came in here around October, November, we just went straight up because people, your friends were talking about it. The news was talking about it. Everyone was talking Bitcoin keeps going up every day, breaking new highs. That sentiment changed, and it started to change right here in this zone. Once it couldn't really test up in this candle right here, we were talking about it on the live streams back in January. I thought the bounce would come here. It didn't, so I cut my position, and I found out about JAFX here. And then I took my shorts here. I made money on this one, and I made about 6K off $300 here. And it was pretty simple. And I'm not saying that to brag. I'm just saying, I'm still getting this whole trading game down, and I want to go professional one day. That's the goal. But right now, you have to really get your track record started. So that was one of my best overall trades when it comes to shorting. Now, I really want to discuss what I saw when I explained it in that video and how it came to life. As you guys can see, the volume here, let me go to another chart because I don't know why there's a gap. But anyway, let me show you guys that so you can see it. You can see the volume is so low here. And then the volume is always a key indicator to understanding any type of commodity or asset when it's trading. And you can see extensive volume here. Very, very strong volume going into the whole huge run. And then no volume here, and that's why I went short. There was literally no volume. No one was talking about it. Everyone was, up, it's over, or whatever. And then here comes, everyone coming in. Oh, it's going to go back up to 30K. And it just dumps. it dumps here. Now it could still go up. I'm not saying it's not. I'm just saying the move was easy to see if you were ready and you weren't all caught up in the hype. You can see the volume is still significantly lower to when the prices did run in the past, and that's why it's dropping. No one's buying it. More people are selling. Volume's very low, and it's a perfect bubble pattern. As you guys know, when I was talking about the Nasdaq bubble and the gold bubble, what did you see? You saw this right here. Let me go to a better picture. You saw that it would go up, it would drop crazy in like a month or so, and then bounce back up, and people would get faked out. You know, something very, very similar to. I'm gonna do the gold bubble. Gold bubble looks very good, and I really wanted to show past charts. Something very similar to this right here. If you guys can see this right here. Sorry, I'm just trying to show some illustrations so other people can understand what we're looking at here and what we're trying to compare it to. You can see gold. It's kind of like this chart. You see you have that retest here. Bitcoin does the same thing. It hits a high, it drops very quickly, tries to retest that high, fails to retest the high, it drops very quickly down, has like a little bounce right here. You could say this right here on this chart, if you guys can see where my cursor is, this double bounce was this. I would say this right here, this little peak was this, and then you have that double bounce, failed breakout, and it keeps dropping. And then you probably see Bitcoin at 4K. The use case is just not there right now. Blockchain technology is, you know, changing the world very quickly, but you got to understand an asset that's worth $8,000 that can't transact a single transaction, it's not going to be worth a lot of money. So I just really wanted to prove that point to anyone who was watching and saw the price action come along. I'm not here to push. Yeah, it's not being utilized as a currency. And people don't want to hear that. People really don't want to hear that. They're very bullish. And it's unfortunate because they're the ones getting the views. People who are giving people what they want to hear are getting the views, and that's fine. 4 views, that's cool. It doesn't really hurt me. But I just wanted to push a way of making money, because a lot of these people who are talking about cryptocurrency, once the SEC gets on them, they're going to have to really stop talking about the way they're talking about this bullish news and their clickbait titles, because they will be investigated for securities fraud. Regardless if people don't expect Bitcoin or cryptocurrency to become a security, it's trading like a security, and people are putting their money in there to secure it for future returns or wealth. Now, I want to say this. The bubble, regardless if it's a bubble or not, it was very easy to see. The volume just was not there. You could see just it fails to hit higher highs, and that's the biggest thing you have to look at. And it did fool people here with a higher low, and that's what people went off. But you could see, you know, this constant price action here where it looked like it was flagging. I drew, you know, you could draw right off the lows, and you can see that test right there. Once it breaks that at 9,200, it's going down. It's going down, and that was literally the breakdown. And you short that, and you can see how quickly these returns are. I really want to try to push that point across here. When there's constant price action in a range, it's signaling a big move up or down. Now, how you know it's a move down is when it fails to break 10K. It couldn't touch 10K. It couldn't touch 10K here. It failed. That would be an ideal short. Obviously, I'm still getting better at it. I did take this short down, made like $100 on Ethereum, where I shorted it from like 793 down here. It bounced so quickly. It got me out, but I like, you know, it's hard when I was going through university graduation, which was obviously, ironically, the day Bitcoin decides to drop. I couldn't short it, and it was unfortunate because I shorted it. I wanted to short it around 9,000, you know, wait to get confirmation, because again, when you go long or you go short on a cryptocurrency, it's trading 24/7. You don't know what's going to hit the, you know, the news or what's going on, so it's you want to be there to watch it. And you know, being so young, I'm still, you know, I don't have a lot of money to really put down, so I need to watch it and make sure my stop loss doesn't get hit by just a, you know, fake jump. Yeah. Yeah, it's just basically like a socialism type viewpoint where they're like, I'm learning about government, but yeah, people were like, screw fiat, we're going decentralized, and fiat is, people just don't understand how fiat works. They just think it's paper money, it is paper money, and fiat will fail like usual. But I think we're gonna go to a tethered U.S. dollar with cryptocurrency. I'm sure. You guys just gotta understand this was the first technology to come out, and it was like the internet bubble will have great companies come out of it and great technologies and coins come out of it. It's just probably not Bitcoin. Bitcoin was the start. It's maybe gonna be like gold, but it's not gonna, it's not gonna go to like 100K in a month like you think it is. But yeah, man, it's just like, it's very easy. I want to try to show people how to trade it. You could see I had this plotted out in Family First. You saw it with your own eyes on the last live stream where we were channeling in this range, and I was like, it could be potential short because it failed, and I used a 12 and 9 EMA for two reasons. One, because GDAX uses it, and two, it's been reliable for predicting breakdowns. As you guys could see in the past, anytime it's broken below the 9 and 12 EMA on the daily, it's continued an extensive downtrend. You just have to have the patience to hold it. You just have to have the patience to hold it. Look, breaks down below the 9 and 12, breaks down, huge drop. Again, another drop. And again, another drop. Now, this is probably going to go slower, but, it is what it is. It's money, and most people don't want to hear Bitcoin's dropping or cryptocurrency's dropping because they're so caught up in love with that, and they're going to lose all their money, and that's perfectly okay with me because they don't understand the game they're getting themselves into, and you got to treat this like a business or you will just be washed out by people who capitalize on your ignorance. So just understand that. I'm not trying to be rude here. I'm just trying to tell people the truth. I'm not trying to pump these BS, cryptocurrency news right here. I do talk about news on here when it's relevant, but I'm not saying, Jimmy thinks Bitcoin's going to 20,000, 50,000, Ripple just launched this. You got to understand there has to be use cases, and you got to make sure the technology is working. I do like Ripple, I do like Ethereum, but they're just too overvalued. They've run so much and have given back so little, and they're not really adding value to people's lives. When they do, that's when I'll invest. But right now, it's just a trade. I'll take advantage of people's ignorance. There's nothing wrong with that. Because they're buying it and they know what they're getting themselves into. So you should do it. And I feel like I'm one of the very few YouTubers who's on here talking about cryptocurrency. Look, this is a shorting opportunity. Why? Because it's failed to break 10K, which is a key resistance, because it was a form of support, as you guys can see right here. 10K was a support right here. 10K was an area of support right here. It doesn't always hold it perfectly, but it's the 10K was a support. Okay. Now you can see failure twice. It makes a higher high. People think this was a dip buy, but the thing is, it failed to break it, and it failed to break it and got rejected very quickly without holding anything at first. Yeah, exactly. Family First, you get it. And I want to tell you guys, you can read technicals, and it told you. It had 1, 2, 3, and this was the big sign when it had the third bottom here, and it couldn't even break below 9,300. This was a short opportunity. Right when you see that first red candle, you short into that, risking off 9,400 because obviously it failed to break that level, and then you see that's $1,000 gain, and that's in what, 2 days? So I want to try to push that to people that going long or going short on a cryptocurrency, do not fall in love with it. Do not fall in love with the hype. Don't think about Bitcoin. Tommy Lee said Bitcoin's going to 50K, here's why. Or this cryptocurrency guy on YouTube is talking bullish. It's even if they're saying I'm not a financial advisor, they're technically giving you financial advice in an unregulated marketplace, so they can care two shits. I'm trying to help some people who actually want to learn to trade while I learn to trade myself and become a better trader, because it is a constant education. There are new opportunities that arise and new things that change. But the same old human nature side of the game is always going to be there. Greed, fear, the FUD, HODL, like those are key terms that should tell you it's a bubble. But yeah, I run with it when investor sentiment's good, and I short it when investor sentiment has went more so. It's more so the last or the laggards who don't want to give up the hope that Bitcoin's going to fall or something like that. But you can see the chart told you right here. Failed twice. You can see on the 9 and 12 EMA on the daily once it broke, which is right here. It broke below that level, which was 9,400, which was ironically the high point, which is where it got rejected here. So you can see there's no irony. It's just the price points, just how the indicators are telling you. The moving average, it failed to break and hold above it. It held above it, it failed and dropped, and then you got sandwiched here. This is called the sandwich pattern, and I'll show you guys you know, I like to always show proof, and I know I could get, you know, a little repetitive, but I'm just trying to prove a point to you guys that it's easy to make money. Sorry, spelled sandwich wrong. It's easy to make money if you know what to look for. So you can see bearish sandwich pattern. Oh, that's a bullish. Wait, I swear that's a bearish. Oh, it's a stick sandwich. I think this was the no. I thought that was a sandwich. Anyway, if it kind of looks similar to this, I guess it's I saw it wrong. But yeah, you can see what I was kind of looking at right here, something like that. But I guess the bearish, or yeah, the bearish stick pattern's 2 greens. I thought it was a, you know, green in the middle and then 2 reds. But I guess that's not how it goes. It looks more so like this. Yeah, right here on the stick sandwich. That's what it's called, bearish stick sandwich. You can see it right here, green. Okay, so it's actually the other way around. Whatever. But you guys can get the point. Sorry. But you can see, yeah, it failed to hold here, right here, and then it broke into like a new low. When the body of the candle, a lot of people don't even know how to read candles. When they look at these, they're like, oh, it makes a triangle, but they don't understand. I'll give you guys a quick overview. So on a green candle, okay, this candle, this was the open, this was the close, right here, the top of the body. So the body, this is the body of the candle that's filled. Open is the start of the bottom right here. So this was the open, and you can see that. The open price was 8,942. The close price was 9,648 with a high, which is the wick. The wick is the high. The high was $9,737.16, and the low was $8,930. So the wick, that's the low. The high, the top wick is the high, and then the body is open. On this one, it's open, close on the red candles. So this red candle, this was the open. The top of the candle on the red candle is the open. The bottom of the candle is the close. So it's the other way around. It's inverse. So again, on the green candle, the bottom is open. The top is closed. On a red candle, the top is open. The bottom is closed. I hope that makes sense. But you can see it opened here. It closed here, closed below the previous red candle, which was a support. And you can see on that same day, which was the 10th, was the day we broke below, you know, this support line here around rising support line. Supports do rise. You can see how the rising support line constantly and gradually came up, fooling bulls to see higher highs, or higher lows, excuse me, and higher highs. But it's just a trap, because once they failed to hold this level right here and break a new high or break above 9,400, that's when the bears came in and shorted the shit out of it. It was just a failure to break 10K and make a new high. That's really it. The use case is not there for cryptocurrency. It's not a storage of wealth, because you're losing money. Storage of wealth is when your money and the value of what you worked for, your currency, is not changing in value. And obviously, you're losing your wealth when you're putting into Bitcoin. It's either volatility is killing it, and it's going straight up, or you're making money, and then or volatility is dropping it down, and you're losing it all. And that's this. It's going to be the same story. People are going to sell who were believing in cryptocurrency, and then on the next bounce, they're going to go, oh, cryptocurrency is bullish again, and it's going to be the same pattern until it starts to flatline and look more so like the NASDAQ bubble, and then a bull market will come. And I think the bull market and cryptocurrency might come back in another 1.5 to 2 years. It does take some time, but as you guys can see, you know, very, very similar price action as to something like this. You know, this was the NASDAQ bubble. You can see here, you had that like huge drop, the drop right there, the little double top, continued drop. You see a little U-shape, like a little pop right here, a drop, a double bottom, and then a pop up again, which was literally what we saw right here. Okay, and then it continues to drop. So, I mean, it's there. Tulip Mania is the biggest one. I mean, people were just too bullish on cryptocurrency, and I really wanted to prove that point, that you should trade it, don't fall in love with it. I made money long. I made a bit of money short, but I didn't make as much money as I wanted to short. But I did make about 15-20%. And this last month, I made about, what was it? Well, let's do the math. It was like 5,500 after some losses. I took trading stocks. It's about, yeah, 18 times my money. Yeah. So I invested like 5%. Yeah, so I made 18 times my money. Yeah, I mean, BTC is not a store of value because your money is going down. The amount of wealth you've put into it is depreciating. So that's not a store of value at all. I mean, tell me a store of value is gold. Gold is a store of value where the price isn't volatile like it is unless something bad happens, like it is when it comes to Bitcoin. You can see, I mean, if you have a lot of gold, it's not going to fluctuate a lot. Like you're still within $100 range within this last year, 2017 to 2018. Okay, till present date, so the start of 2017 to present date, gold appreciated about $200, give or take a few dollars. Okay, Bitcoin appreciated how much? Okay, since the start of 2017, it's it went from being worth about $800 all the way up to 20,000, back down to 8,000. It's a trading asset. It's an asset you want to trade because it's volatile. I don't see a storage of wealth. It's just the baloney people are telling you, and you're believing the news, and you're looking for the information that you want to look for. You people on YouTube are looking for information they want to hear. I've made videos. I've tested it. I do look at my statistics. I observe that from the views I get on the channel. Okay, so basically in December, I saw every video I put out was just getting a ton of views. Anything that said anything bullish about cryptocurrency, people loved it, agreed. And if I said anything bad, they disagreed, they disliked it. And when I talked about Bitcoin bubble popping, they were like, no, yada yada, or they declined or dislike my video, or not even watch it. Okay, because you could tell people are not looking for that information. But if someone puts out Litecoin's going to 10K, and this is why, or my previous videos when I was like Litecoin's bullish on this news with Charlie Lee, people loved it because that's what they wanted to hear. So I do tests with my YouTube because I'm an analytical guy. I look for the statistics because numbers don't lie if you look for the right ones. So understand that. Bitcoin could still go up. I'm not saying it can't, but right now, when I was showing you guys the video, I was showing you guys that it failed to make a higher high, and there's no real use case for it. You're not going to Amazon and using a Bitcoin to buy merchandise, a computer, or anything like that. People are buying Bitcoin to make more US dollars. It's literally, that's the thing you need to understand. It's proof is in that saying. People are buying it to make US dollars, not using it as a currency, which it should be used as, which it was used as on the black market, and eventually came out to where it is today. No one's using Bitcoin for real use cases, especially Ethereum too, regardless if they're building on it. I haven't seen a real Ethereum token be put into use. Once that does happen, I will start investing, but I need real use cases. I can use my money elsewhere, and you have to understand that. Cryptocurrency does have a function of value, and there's a lot of opportunity in it. It's just you got to understand the time frames. Are you a trader? Are you an investor? What you should expect when it comes to volatility, when it comes to blockchain, and how the government could ruin or destroy certain cryptocurrencies because they don't meet the needs of the law within their borders. Excuse me. Yeah, it's just like, and then there's so much of the Bitcoin Cash and Bitcoin like this, and there's just so many sides to take. It's like there's parties, and when it comes to a democracy, Republicans, Democrats, liberals, left wing, right wing, yada yada. If I'm right, you're wrong. Ripple sucks. Bitcoin Cash is the best. Bitcoin. That's what I'm trying to prove. People just want to pick sides and make U.S. dollars out of their cryptocurrency, but not trade that for real goods and services. And you got to understand that. So I think that those points are clear, that people weren't using it as a medium of exchange. There's no businesses using it. It was more of just a hype with the news and the sectors and all that stuff. And the people are telling you Bitcoin's going to 30, 40, 50K, probably, obviously made Bitcoin rise and then sold it to you for 10K, and now you're holding the bag because they don't really care. You got to understand that. People are very, brutal when it comes to that, and it's your choice buying or selling. So understand that the signs weren't there. Once the Ether broke that trend, it showed a sign that it couldn't hold trend here, but it did retake that on the daily. So that was still kind of holding trend, but that was your first warning sign with that big green candle. And then it ran up, topped out exactly at previous resistance or previous support right here, this is where I shorted Ether, because I shorted Ether last time. Boom. And then it broke down, and I couldn't short Ether because I was at graduation, and obviously missed it. So yeah, I mean, regardless if BTC is socialism, BCH is libertarian, it's like there's no use case. There's no everyone's buying and buying Bitcoin and cryptocurrency um, to trade it. Really, I mean, you want more U.S. dollars, um, and then you have gold here, which has always been a function of exchange, and a medium of exchange and a storage of value that people are just like bearish on and nothing. I'm like, gold's going to keep going, especially if we do hit a financial crisis. If that does happen. Um, and you'll never lose your money with gold, but you'll never really make money with gold unless we hit another financial crisis. So just understand that. But with Bitcoin, it's just so volatile because there's a lack of information. There's a lot of hype. People will look for what they want to look for and hear what they want to hear, and that's totally fine. I'll take advantage of those people who are ignorant to just believe what they want to hear and not really look for the facts. And that's what I was trying to do. I try to go by. And Bubble, what is your name? Is it Blueable Guy? Or Bullable Guy? Yeah, I like Ripple. I really do. But Ripple, again, does move with Bitcoin. It's to a T, it moves with Bitcoin. And you could see Ripple is a great short, too. At 90 cents, you could have made, roughly 25 cents almost? Yeah, about 25 cents. If you shorted around here, 25, 26 cents, which is really good if you get a ton of Ripple. Like thousands of Ripple. So that's why I try to push out JAFX to a lot of people. It does have a use case. Yes, Ripple does have a use case because it's the thing about Ripple that people don't understand, and it's funny because people are so anti Ripple when it's probably the best currency. I don't know, Jackson. Right now the markets look fine, so I'm just running with the markets. They look bullish until I see some more signs or bad things about inflation. Then that's when I'll go more bearish, but right now it looks bullish. So line of least resistance is pointing up on the stock market. And I'm a trader, so it doesn't really... Yeah. And we'll see. I mean, Bullable Guy, we'll see what happens. But right now, the markets are just dropping, and you could still profit on that. And with Ripple, there are great use cases. But again, Ripple, they do have some shady stuff going on, but it works with fiat, and it's a great coin. It just needs to... come down a bit more because I mean it did open up at half a penny in March, and I saw it there at half a penny, and that's when I started trading, and I failed to buy it, and I really wish I did buy it because I would have made a ton of cash, a ton. And people, you understand, people are billionaires right now off cryptocurrency, billionaires, and you don't fall for it. They're probably pushing the news. Yeah, we'll see. I mean, right now the volume's still very weak on Ripple, so once it does pick up and people start buying, we'll see. But Ripple is getting adopted by a lot of good merchants. And I think Ethereum's very overvalued. I mean, let's be honest, Ethereum's not being used as an exchange, regardless if people are building on it. It's still overvalued until it's being utilized to make the world a better place. No one's using it. They're just buying it to make more money. And believing everyone's saying that it's going to go to 15,000. I mean, shit, the asset literally... I mean, what can you want? I mean, at the start of 2017, let's be honest here, guys, and I really want to try to prove this ignorance, and I want to get rid of it so then when this happens again, because it will, when it happens again, you can profit, and you can see it. Hey, I'm doing a video, get out. All right. 2017 opens up here, okay? You can see as it opened up about $8. $8, let's be honest, $8, okay, in the start of 2017, and then you have it by June, it's at $400, so let's do the math. What is that, about 40 times, or 50 times your money? Yeah, 50 times your money. So you made 50 times your money in about, 6 months? So you got January, February, March, April, May, June, 6 months, okay? Then you go 6 months later, it goes up to $1,400, so you made 175 times your money, okay, in literally a year's time. Tell me any asset ever that made you that much money. No, there's none. And that's why I want to try to prove people wrong when they say these cryptocurrencies are going to go up even more. I'm like, dude, please don't be ignorant, because you could see for sure as hell for like, look how many goddamn people are, excuse my language, but look how many people have bought here. Thousands of thousands. So you have 70 people, 70,000, say 50,000 coins here. You have this volume here going on. someone has 50,000 coins, okay? So they have 50,000 coins at, say, $6, okay? So, oh, excuse me, I'm just doing the math for everyone. So they invest 50,000, you know, that $300,000 in there, and they have 50,000 Ethereum coins. Now, say they held it until December, and they sold it at 1,000. So you could see the numbers. They made 50 million from 300,000. Okay, there were people who did that, and Ripple was the same thing. And Bitcoin wasn't the biggest gainer, but Ethereum and Ripple were the biggest gainers, regardless. And Ripple is a good technology. It just needs to be adopted more, and it's cheap, and it's a good function for fiat. It's a better version of, it's a better version of like Venmo or Cash App when it comes to transferring money through banks. Because a lot of people who don't like Ripple don't understand how the banking system works and how they have to store funds. They have to store funds to meet reserve requirements, and then they have to go on by loaning banks different money and meeting their balance sheet, and obviously standing, what is it called? They had to meet their regulations, and I think Ripple helps you do that, and it helps you transfer money and wealth worldwide very quickly, because it does take a long time to transfer money. But we're getting faster, and that's how cryptocurrency is going to change. And I do believe in blockchain technology. I'm 100% huge believer in it, because it helps with supply chain, it helps with business, it helps keep people accountable, and I see the currency thing behind it when it comes to businesses like reward tokens. If you give someone a reward token on like the Ethereum platform and use that using blockchain, and you see the public ledger, you can reward people for doing good in a business, for being consistent in a business, and then use that blockchain reward and that track record and use that to leverage, okay? Use that to leverage you another business transaction. You know what I mean? So like, for example, say I worked in the food industry, and I do DoorDash on the side, and I was thinking about this. Doing like a reward token and making your own economy within, Postmates or Uber or whatever, where if you're a good driver, you get rewarded a token from the merchant or something like that, and they hand these out, and you could, the customer could use it to get money off their next order, and then the driver can use it to redeem for maybe, any partnerships with, T-Mobile or a car brand to get a discount off his lease, or, maybe 5% peak pay or something like that. There's really great use cases and for blockchain cryptocurrency because of the ledger, and it shows consistency and proof that it's there, and it's been signed, and it's been proven by multiple people in the parties, and you can believe it. And you can use that type of blockchain and that public ledger to leverage you in another form of business. So that's why I love it. When it comes to Bitcoin and cryptocurrency, it's very overvalued right now. There's no real use case, and that's why you should short it. The opportunity's still there, I'm telling you guys. It's probably going to bounce here, do something very similar to this, and then break down. I shorted right here, made some money here, and then I shorted from right here, and then made money here. Actually, yeah, I shorted from here, 797. I didn't FOMO out, but I just get nervous sometimes when I'm not watching it. And then I shorted here, made like 500, 300 bucks, and then had a graduation here, and it dumped. So yeah, and I liked BNB, but I had to look more deeply into it. It's just going to track Bitcoin, so I suggest you don't trade it long when Bitcoin's going down. BNB is probably going to obviously be a good investment, but I don't know how long Binance is going to be on an active exchange once the marketplace starts to mature a little more. So honestly, I would just stay out of long positions till you see a good bottom present itself on cryptocurrency, and then go long from there. But just trade it. You can use JAFX too. Yeah, and TA is nice, but you just gotta understand. So when you're looking at TA here, now it took me a while. I recommend reading Stephen Easton's Candlestick Charting book, which is you can just type in Stephen Easton Candlestick PDF, and it's right here. It's free. You literally click it, read through that. I like watching videos more so than reading, but you can read it, and it's here. He kind of tells you how to look at these candlesticks and the dojis, and this is a very bad sign. When you see this, that's a very bad sign. It confirms resistance. Yeah, JAFX right now is the only broker I know that you can short cryptocurrency on. Yeah, exactly. It's all about perspective and understanding worldview. I suggest you guys listen to Antoine Krill, former Goldman Sachs trader. He works with another guy named I can't pronounce his name. It's like Naja something. He's an Indian guy. He worked for I think he's Indian or Pakistani. He worked for Bank of America, and they did very well in options and trading stocks throughout the big bubbles and busts. They shorted the 2000s bubble and made money all the way up into the 2008 crisis. And they're good traders and know what they're talking about. So you want to find people with good information. Honestly, stay away from people like Tim Sykes, or even though I like Tim Sykes and that's how I got in the industry, he's gonna get you on stocks that more than likely you're gonna lose your money because you're gonna get emotional and you'll end up falling for the same trading habits. So start off with good stocks if you're gonna trade stocks, and look for Antoine Krill. I'll tell you his YouTube, and I just suggest, I'm not paid to do this or anything. It's the people I learned from myself because he's a good trader. Here's his website. He's on $1 Million Traders, and you can watch his videos. And this is his name. Okay? And then I also suggest my boy Ricky Gutierrez. You guys probably know who he is. He's good. He trades ETFs, and he's very knowledgeable on that, and he makes money. So Ricky's a good guy to watch. And just avoid these people who are trying to show you how to day trade, because day trading is helpful, but you want a short-term trade. About a week, few days, a week to a month to 2 months is a good trading period. So just understanding that will help you in the long run, and getting yourself emotionally detached from money will be the best thing for you, because if you do get emotional when your money's going up and down and you see your P&L moving, it can cause you a lot of negative side effects. And also, I also want to point out that when you do trade, take positions you can afford, and be sure to do the research. Yeah, I mean, Bullable guy, he might be right, but right now I think every cryptocurrency is overvalued for its use case. Bitcoin Cash does have a great use case, but there needs to be a form of valuation. Um, yeah, I know exactly what you mean. There needs to be a faster way to transact, and they need to beat out the credit card. And there needs to be mass knowledge awareness. But right now, I think where cryptocurrency and blockchain's heading is more so to business and improving business through supply chain, and other businesses adopting that, like Ripple or the United States government or Facebook, adopting this type of technology and using it to enhance themselves. Because when a brand like Facebook uses cryptocurrency, they're going to make money. I mean, we saw it in the stock market. We had Kodak making their own crypto coin, and they're a shit company, but they're making their own coin, and everyone fell in love with it, and it went up. And it's just easy to fall for these BS things, but you make money in them, and there's nothing wrong. But you have to understand how to view and how to analyze your perspective, and not falling for the hype like this is going to go on forever. You just go in, you make sure your perspective is correct, you write down your plan, take the trade, and then get out. And on those type of trades like Kodak, Long Island Blockchain, Overstock, all those companies, those were short-term, 2-week max trades, maybe even a few days, and it's good. I mean, I know my potential when it comes to trading. I'm very good. It's just me. For me, it's emotional control and emotional detachment, not trying to make $10,000 every trade. Just building that account for me is the biggest thing. But since I'm done with school, I could do that. I'm looking for jobs in the industry of either blockchain or working with a not a startup, but one of these. DoorDash is a great brand I want to work for. These big applications that are coming up in the food industry that are innovating, or also in the finance industry when it comes to stocks. Something in the business field. That's where I'm at. But yeah, I mean, another good call out. I want to go to stocks real quick. Is I had Turtle Beach. I called this out in the Tech Buzz chat here, and you can see Turtle Beach went to 1850, and I was calling it out here around $4 right here, and I'll have the proof for you guys in the Discord. And Jackson might know him for himself because of Fortnite. And you can see Fortnite craze, yada yada. And yeah, it might be a little push, but Turtle Beach is a good company. I remember trading them back when, or not trading them, but using them. I had Turtle Beaches when I was playing Modern Warfare 2, and it was a big brand. So obviously that type of brand is going to pick up some traction when it comes to Fortnite or new games coming out. And let me show you the proof here. Let me, I gotta look up my name first. Give me a second. I just like showing you guys. Sorry, I know it might be a nuisance to look for this. Sorry about this. I'm just trying to look for it when I called it out. I don't know why. Who messed with the chat here? Okay. Give me a minute, guys. I know this is a nuisance and I'm not talking, but I really want to show you guys. I don't know why it's not coming up. Shit. Oh, you can see right here. This guy said, "Look, you were right. Damn, at Ferris Bueller, you were right about here. None of the pros I see anymore using Turtle Beach gear. I switched to PC game a while back. Kind of assumed they fell off. I used to use a pair of the headphones, but quality wasn't compared to others. Props on the call out though." Yep. So if we go here, funny enough, here and here. If we go here real quick, I want to show you guys. Jackson Jackson's in the group chat on Discord, but they keep changing this. Lupo keeps changing this, and everyone talks about it. And when I'm in these group chats, I look at these people and how they get excited over a stock going up, but it's about predicting these stocks before they happen and anticipating the movement. The company said they were releasing good quarterly earnings, and the stock price didn't move that much. I mean, now it's up over $13 a share, and I wasn't in, and it's unfortunate. But that's why you look for ideal opportunities when it comes to trading in cryptocurrency or stocks. Don't buy every single stock or cryptocurrency that's going up. Research it, get an analysis, plan out your stop, loss, your entry and exit, and why you're doing it, and make sure to look into the company's history, understand investor sentiment across the board and worldwide perspective. Do retail people use this? Are they offering something of value that's popular? And then go about that. So basically with here is Fortnite's very popular. Everyone's playing Fortnite. Everyone is. Okay, you need headphones to listen for footsteps in Fortnite, so you're gonna buy Turtle Beaches or Tritons. Turtle Beach is the one that's public. I knew Turtle Beach would do well. Low share flow, any volume will help it go up. Exactly what happened. Also, they did announce that they were gonna do great earnings when I could show you guys right here. Turtle Beach stocks. Oh, they don't have it. It's not overbought territory. Here you go. So look, okay, if you could see this news, they do like a little thing with the Knicks, okay? And now I'm going more to not cryptocurrency guys. So anyone who just joined, I'm talking about stocks too, but how all this information is relevant to researching. You can see they did, April 19th, 2018. Big news with the Knicks gaming. Esports is a very big industry, and that's one industry I'm looking to get into as well. When it comes to making money, and this is where investments are going to go. And I'm telling you, anyone who's listening, do your own research, but gaming will never go away, and it's becoming more like the NBA every day. So understand that, make money off of it because you can. So you can see that was April 19th, okay, and that's when it had nothing. It was at like $5, but that's a good indicator that big people want to use it. Then they retire Series B preferred stock, which is a good sign. They're releasing debt, and people are buying that up. I'm not huge into knowing the full details, but you can see they retired Series B preferred stock, and took care of that, which is a good sign. You know what I mean? They add a discount of 50% on the term of a loan, because that was like a loan in a sense, and you can research that a bit more. So that's good news. And then they said 180 Degree Capital Corp right here. Invest in Turtle Beach Corporation, facilitating the retirement of the Series B preferred stock. So this company invests in them by retiring their stock and then getting shares of the company, which obviously turned out to be a very good sign. Again, Turtle Beach expands esports partnership with Optic Gaming, and then they say they're reporting first quarter results, and then it happens to come out. and boom, the stock just jumps up. So you can see that, okay, how I look at it is investor sentiment's hot. Esports is a new industry. Um, Fortnite's a popular game. Everyone knows that. People are making millions of dollars. Live streams are making millions of dollars, and I get it. You probably don't want to live stream Fortnite, but hey, make money off of it. Buy the companies that people are going to use to buy. Fortnite's a free game. Okay, so they're not buying the game, but they need to buy the headsets, and they'll be more willing to buy headsets when they're not paying for the game. So they buy a good headset like Turtle Beach, because Turtle Beach is been around, the name's there, and the stock goes up. I mean, and let's be honest here, I don't have a ton of money, but if you invested $4,000 in here and bought 1,000 shares anywhere at the start of May to 4 to 5,000, so you bought it below $5 and you hold it, for literally what 2 weeks, you make what 5,000 into 18,000. I mean, that's a great return. $13,000. People don't make that, and some people don't even make that in a year, and some people make that in like 6 months. But understand that's a great return, and that this happens a lot, and it was very predictable. And it comes to understanding patterns, the way the price action's moving, and using the fundamentals and the understanding the news behind it to really take a position on anything, cryptocurrency or stocks. They both work somewhat the same. So yeah, phase for life, bro, for real. And like you could see these. I'm playing ad real quick just to get some cash because I gotta work. But for real, these and what I want to try to prove is how can you research? Well, let's go to YouTube. Okay, let's type in phase. Okay, 4 million subscribers. Okay, let's type in the company they worked for, Optic. Okay. They partnered with Optic, 1.4 million subscribers, and you can watch one of their videos. They're wearing headphones. I'm not going to play their video for copyright reasons, but you can see he's wearing headphones. Okay, so you got to use headphones when you're playing esports, and understanding that, you can obviously make money off making a smart business decision by investing in the company. So that's all I wanted to say for the live stream. I got work here in the next hour. I got to eat breakfast and go to the gym. So hope you guys enjoyed this little live stream. Thank you for all the 10 people in here who are watching. Hopefully I kind of helped you guys understand why and trading and investing, when it comes the difference between trading and investing, and how you should view markets from an overall perspective and not get so narrow-minded on bullish and bearish, but more of where's the line of least resistance going. So I hope this helped. Hope you guys have a great rest of your weekend. I got some work going on, so I'll be back making some more videos next week. I do have, I think, one cryptocurrency wants me to do a video, basically talking about it. It's called Zencash. I might do it, I might not, but they want to pay me for it, so I might take the money, have the video up for a few days, and then get rid of it. I know it kind of sounds mean, but it'll be a form of promotion, and they want to pay me for it, so I don't see anything wrong with that. So I'm just warning anyone who's on here, if you see Zencash promotion, it's going to be a promo video kind of informing you on what's their cryptocurrency is about. So I hope you guys had a great rest of your day. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Thank you again.